Grand Rising family. What's up with the collective? Listen, man, I got a story I want to tell y'all about. It happened to me like 2 days ago. I got ended up getting into a fight with my cousin, right? Because we actually lack we actually lack communication skills, correct communication skills, right? So I believe I ain't gonna say I think, but I know if the communication would have been there, where we could have did it verbally instead of physically, the situation would have been a whole lot different, right? Because once you got a preconceived notion of something that somebody has already done or has been doing to you, it's gonna be pretty hard for somebody else to convince you, for that person to convince you that they are not doing that to you, right? So without talking to that person, or just finding out face to face if that person is doing what you think that person has done to you or doing to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, then you would come to some type of understanding of, okay, yeah, he did that, or yeah, he didn't do that, by just talking to the individual. You can pretty much tell if the individual is wrong you or not. But I said that to say this: things got out of hand with me and my cousin because he went past a boundary of mine, which I wouldn't have never did that on his behalf. Like, but in the heat of the moment, when you angry, you don't think about things that you are doing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what the case was with him. He wasn't actually thinking about what he was doing. He was just doing it out of anger, and it angered me because I was in the beginning. I'm like, you could have just came to me and talked to me about that. I would have told you that I don't have what you think I got, or I didn't touch none of your stuff. But it was all meant to happen the way it happened, so we both can get an understanding of one another. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's no love lost, because we ended up laughing about it later on that night. We laughed about the beginning of the situation and what caused what, and how things came to a head. So it was a it was definitely uh, a lesson well learned, but it was also well earned. If you get what I'm saying, it was well earned because us as men and family men of the same family, right? We need to be more communicative to one another verbally, not emotionally. Like, once we get involved, once we get our emotions involved, when we step into that anger, it's kind of like hard for us to really try to really explain things, because now you don't want to explain things. You just feel like you want to do whatever it is you want to do, and you're satisfied with that. And that's the way it should go. But in all actuality, the best way to explain yourself is verbally, is to talk to one another. So we got that conversation out to where we never really had no problem with each other. But as you get older, situations strange, and things change from when you was younger. We never had a problem with each other, but it's just the way we was raised up. We was aggression, like, just be aggressive, and that ain't always a good thing. That ain't always a good thing. It's not always a good thing. I'm just here to say that we talked through that, and we went through that physical battle with me and him, but there's no love lost. You know what I'm saying? It's more love. We gain more love for one another, knowing that we need to talk openly toward each other. Next time anything else is to happen, we can talk to each other. And nothing wrong with talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you talk things out, you get a better understanding. You get a better understanding and understanding of what's going on, what you may be thinking that may be wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to get up this morning and let y'all know that I've been missing for 2 days, right? But been sore as hell, my hands swole up, everything, my neck, all of that, from all that. Too old to be fighting. Too old to be fighting, especially with my family members. Like, if we can't sit down and have a conversation about whatever mishap that may be happening, then it ain't no sense of us being grown. What we grew, how we grew up, how we grow. You gotta grow to know. You know what I'm saying? You gotta grow to know. You know what I'm saying? That's I say for real. Like we gotta grow to know. And when we don't grow to know certain things, we just take it upon ourselves and cross boundaries that we shouldn't be crossing. You gotta respect other people's boundaries. You gotta respect other people in general, even though family members are not. Everybody deserves respect. Respect is given, not earned. You know what I'm saying? Respect is given, not earned. So, with that being said, I just wanted to come over here and let y'all know, man, that me and Cuz straightened that thing out, man. We went through it. It was a necessary but unnecessary route that we had to take. But we took it. Now we here, back in love. So we're back with love, peace, and harmony for one another, for a family. For family members, it ain't gonna be taken out of proportion anymore. We're just gonna communicate verbally. And lack of communication, man, is the hardest, it's the most vicious thing that's happening to our family members in life, to where we cannot correct the simple things that we need to correct because we don't verbally correct them. And when we do verbally correct them, some people tend to not believe in the person when the person is telling them something. So you gotta have your belief in that person as well. You can't just allow the person. You can't just be all in with the person and criticizing them for something they did and they saying they ain't do it. You gotta give them the benefit of the doubt. You gotta give them the benefit of the doubt because everybody ain't out to get you, and everybody ain't taking things from you, and everybody don't. It ain't like everybody don't like you. Or we gotta be butting heads all the time because we men and we got this testosterone energy, and we just cavemen and nah, that ain't how that go. That's not how that go. We need to be more, more thought. You know what I'm saying? Like use more thought instead of more aggression, because the aggression don't get us nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But back to square one in the beginning when we started at, where nothing happens. Nothing happens because we got back to square one and we just pop, 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 pop. And now we don't talk about it no more. Now it's just when I see you, you see me, we are, mad faces or whatever. Just mad faces for nothing. Let's just talk about it. Let's just talk about it. I feel like if we just talk about it, we'll be better. And we'll be better human beings. It don't matter if it's male and male, male and female, female and male, female and female. Like, let's talk about it. Let's just talk about our differences. Everything ain't got to be a fight. It ain't got to be a scuffle. It ain't got to be an argument. It could just be It could be the simplest thing as a conversation. It can be a simple thing as a conversation. Just have a straight up conversation with one another, heart to heart, truth to truth. And that'll change everything that you ever thought about that person, or that person ever thought about you. Because a lot of people have preconceived notions about other people from other people telling them things, and they don't even know the person personally. And they'll jump on these feelings and have a problem with you and don't even know you because they listen to what somebody else saying about you. Right? So that's how things go. But right now I'm just talking about like what me and my cousin went through. Like, we straight now. There wasn't no beef. It ain't really no beef because it was just a misunderstanding. Basically just a misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying? So it's a long message. I don't know, I'm gonna have to cut this down. I'm gonna have to do it over or something. But it's been long enough. All right, family, I love y'all, man. I say peace, prosperity, patience, positivity. I say.